Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. My name is Eric and I'm glad you could be here because today we are going to be making the Italian chicken and basil sausage. Can you just smell it? This particular recipe was inspired by one of our patrons by the name of Kim, as she shared her personal chicken and basil sausage recipe with me, and it looked absolutely delicious. And I got to thinking, we feature a lot of sausages on this channel. Most are pork, some are beef and pork. We don't do a lot of chicken sausages. And so I thought it would be a great idea to feature a full-bodied, full-flavored chicken sausage with a heavy Italian influence, utilizing a few ingredients that I have been dying to try in a chicken sausage. So without further ado, let's make the Italian chicken and basil sausage.
To make this Italian chicken and basil sausage, we're going to be using chicken thighs as well as chicken breasts. And notice that I'm just saving the fat. So these are bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs, and I'm just going to debone them right quick. And we should have enough fat pulled together between the thigh meat and the breast meat to accommodate the fat for this recipe. This is going to be roughly about 20% fat, and then the rest of it's going to be divided up between the chicken thighs and the chicken breasts. And if you want to see the actual recipe for this sausage, check the description box below. I've got a link for it in there. As far as how we're processing the meat and skin, we're just cutting everything up into small pieces. We're going to run this through our grinder here in a minute, and I want everything to be relatively small. So here's our chicken breast. I've already removed the skin, and we've deboned it, and we're only going to be making about 1 kilo. And from the thigh meat and the chicken meat that we used, we got about 20% fat. So that's what we're going to be using in this 100% chicken sausage. Let's look at the spices. We've got a little salt. We've got some black pepper. I'm going to be adding some Calabrian pepper. This is a great pepper. A little bit of heat. Nice smoky notes. And then we're going to add some high heat, non-fat dry milk. That's for the moisture retention properties. As far as some of the other ingredients that we're going to add to this sausage, we've got minced garlic and sun-dried tomatoes. We've got fresh Italian basil, as well as Asiago cheese, and this looks like it's going to be a very interesting sausage. So let's just go ahead and cut up our basil, our Asiago cheese, and by that time our meat should be re-chilled and ready for the grinder. All right, so far so good. Our meat is still very cold. It's about 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and you want to take the temperature of it because if the temperature is too high, you just want to go ahead and re-chill it before you mix it. We want the temperature between 30 and 34 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're just going to go ahead and mix this on a low speed as we add our spices, our non-fat dry milk, and then our basil and Asiago cheese. And all of this can get added at the exact same time. I don't know why I put it in 3 different cups. Finally, we're going to be adding about 1/3 cup of white wine, and the recipe link in the description box below has the exact measurements of everything you need. We're going to continue to mix this on a low speed for about 2 minutes. This particular batter comes together very quick. You're going to notice that it's going to get very sticky, and as soon as you can grab a little handful and it sticks to your hand when you turn it upside down, you are good to go. You don't want to over mix your batter. And so as soon as you get to that point, you can stop mixing and get it ready for the casing. I'm going to be using hog casings, 2932 from the sausage maker. They've been rinsed and soaking for about 2 hours. And all we're going to do is lubricate the horn, make sure that that casing goes on nice and easy, get them stuffed not too tightly. We're going to go ahead and link them, prick them, and then place them in the fridge overnight. It's now the next day, and this is what our sausages look like after a rest in the fridge. If you look at the links, they've dried up quite a bit. And it's now time to cook them. So I think what we're going to do today is cook our chicken sausages sous vide. And that means the first thing we've got to do is vacuum seal our sausages. We're using a vacuum sealer from the sausage maker, and this thing is seriously heavy duty. You could do moist or dry food. You can control the type of seal that you get. And I really like using it. So I'm going to put a link in the description box below if you want some more information on that. But we're just going to give this a nice tight vacuum and get it ready for our water bath. We've got our Kitchen Boss immersion circulator cranked up to about 150 degrees Fahrenheit, and our sausages are going to cook in that water bath for about 90 minutes. This is a great way to cook sausages because you retain the most amount of moisture in your sausage, you retain the most amount of fat, and you can always finish them up on a skillet or a grill, or you can freeze them once they're done, but you're guaranteed to not overcook them. So we're just going to cook them in that water bath 90 minutes, 150 Fahrenheit or 65.5 Celsius. And once they're done, let's just remove it from the bath and then take them out of the bag. I want to show you how much moisture was expelled from these sausages. And here's the thing to remember. If the sausage was made correctly and the fat wasn't smeared during the grinding process or the mixing process, when you cook your sausages this way, you lose very little moisture. So your sausages stay really nice and juicy. And as you can see right here, the amount of juice left in the bag is maybe, a tablespoon and a half, something like that. So not very much at all. We should have some pretty juicy sausages. So as of right now, our sausages are ready to eat. But what I think I'm going to do is dry them off a little bit and then brush them with a little oil. We're going to finish these off in our air fryer, and then we're going to give it a taste and see what it's like.
The Italian chicken and basil sausage, and this looks stunning. I mean, we've got basil and sun-dried tomatoes sprinkled throughout the entire thing. Absolutely gorgeous particle definition. Can you see that? Looks absolutely amazing. Very juicy when I squeeze on it. The texture looks spot on. We've got a nice smooth slice, and of course, the casing is properly adhered to the sausage. Let's give it a smell and then see what it tastes like. Oh, that's nice. Very fresh smelling, very herbaceous. You're getting a lot of that basil and sun-dried tomato actually coming from the sausage. Okay, let's just give it a taste. That's delicious. The texture is perfect, and the sausage itself is incredibly juicy. So you not only get this great texture when you bite into this chicken sausage, you get this tidal wave of juices that are very flavorful. The basil is very present. The salt level is exactly where it needs to be. And right now, as I'm talking to you, there's this very nice, very subtle level of spice coming from the back end with that Calabrian pepper that we added. Absolutely great pepper. I honestly thought that the sun-dried tomatoes would overwhelm this recipe, but they don't. I mean, they're kind of right in the background with the garlic letting you know that they're there. Now, I do want to say that not everyone is a fan of Asiago cheese. Personally, I like those bold, funky notes that this aged cheese has to offer, and it's really coming through in this sausage, which I personally am enjoying. If you don't like Asiago cheese, you can substitute it with Parmigiano Reggiano, which would make a great substitution. As far as this sausage goes, I gotta say, I am loving the texture. I'm loving the flavor. I mean, there is a lot going on with this sausage, and I think it's a winner. I can definitely see this eaten hot or cold. I could see it tossed with pastas, soups, stews, and a cream sauce, and I hope you get a chance to make it. If you have any questions about the Italian chicken and basil sausage, leave them in the comment section below. If you like this video, found it entertaining or helpful in any way, smash that like button. And if you're new to the channel, we'd like to say welcome. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified of each one of our uploads. We're uploading a new video every day this month. I'm glad you could be here. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.